be in that mode through that thing where you're actually seeing what's going on, you know what I mean? And so here I am walking the restaurant. Some of it's closing up and bringing their plants in. There's the inside thing. The eating is over. Now it's the walking the streets and what's happening. Am I still on video? Yes, I am. And so what I really want to do is show you. I'm walking through the back alley of this place. Kitchens are closing. And, they don't really understand that we're all in this together. And so you can hear the crowds in this piazza. And so everybody's eating, carrying on, there's music going on. And there's all kinds of things here. So people are just, having sodas, drinks, they get free food. It's really pretty amazing when you come right down to it. I don't know if you can see it all. Probably looks really goofy. But that's the way it goes. They give away drinks, whatever you want to eat. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Yep. So that's what I'm telling you. It's weird, and you get weird looks because people must know that maybe I'm recording this to do a documentary. I think it's pretty interesting to think about something like that. We have a whole different social class that's going on here. And people really don't know what's happening. But look at this microcosm of a whole young city with nothing to do. Tourists hanging out, partying, eating, doing all the things that you really wonder about. Street sales. This is a whole society that is actually on the brink of craziness. And people are buying and selling on the streets because it's a tourist area. And so what you can really see is how people are making money, what they're doing to make it, and everything that's going on. I mean, you have all kinds of things happening. The cafe here is closed, but a lot of them are not. Got hot chestnuts, cooler climate. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And this is the street, and the street is just packed with people, as you can see. They're just walking along. There's people everywhere. There's creativeness earlier in the night. Some of the tables, the auctions, the markets. You can hear what's going on. And people are out. We're out doing all kinds of things. We're out talking to people. We're out arm in arm. It's alive somehow. It's smoky. But look at it, as far as you can see. Lights going by. As far as you can see, there's people. People. Things, people selling things. Food stores. The chestnut guy. The sellers. They're moving along. People electronically talking, doing things. Yeah, firecracker just went off. Okay, and yet you have tables here. You have people. And a guy selling crepes. It's an amazing exhibition of how alive this city is compared to other parts of the country, I guess the world. Is it unique? Is it a new social order that is moving along and surviving because of the malfeasance in the cities? I mean, look at the buildings. And yet at night it looks better than it does during the day. It's almost got a quaintness to it. The daytime people are out working, but the streets are clean every day. It's kind of anathema, if you want to call it that. Here, bags. Real nice leather bags, probably made out in the country by craftsmen. something that there's not a lot of, but they're real. Leather, craziness, like this thing that you go for cats and dogs. And so, a trinket store right on the street. I mean, these are the things that are really changing things. And that's what he's been missing. This is the call to share what's going on here at night with his art, with the people, with the exchanges, with the stories of friends, of people, how his life has changed, how things have happened. He's probably closed up by now. I'm not sure. I don't know enough to be familiar enough with his stand. But as you see, now the lights are on, as far as you could see down. And we come to a place where there's vehicles allowed. One way, sometimes, coffee places, all of the things that make a city alive. But in such a strange way. Money being exchanged all night long. A cafe here, a cafe there, a roll, a sweet, something good, something you need. And then there's the good stores. Then there's the stores that are just, really uptown with beautiful clothes. I mean, it's really, pretty wild, I'll tell you that. And so I wanted you to get a glimpse of what this is. Okay. Now we're gonna take a trip down a street where there's cars coming in, and they have nowhere to go except straight across, but yet they find a way through there. And so when we go down to the other street, you will see cars for as far as you can see. We're taking a left turn on Via Bari, B-A-R-I, and in the back we have a different crowd, an older crowd. Wine and beer. Streets aren't filled with people. There's cars here because these people drive and they buy and they have wine, good wine. And so this is what this street looks at night. It's a cross street. It's a strange existence of a microcosm, I think. And so, do people fear it? Of course. But they only fear those who create that. See how big the cars are. They're all little. They're all going so they can go somewhere within the city. People walking through it. You can't change what the city is like, but you have a good place to live. And that means everything. So you see the buildings, they're all relatively the same. You just continue to walk. Someone's moving. There's a spot going to open up. That's a prized possession. Here we're coming out, and we have the different stores right within this triangle. But every parking spot in this triangle is taken. And so now we come to the main road in this area, Roma, okay, which is where a big post office is, where all these different stores are, where many of the good high-end footwear and bags and clothes and linen, you'll see them. This is different than the inner part, where people are a little bit more wild on the street, living the best they can. Is a store. Another leather store across the street. And so we come up to this Roma, with every street like cobblestone on the sidewalks. Pretty interesting if you come right down to it. These big blocks of courts all along that are cracked and broken. Everybody wears sneakers, as you can see, except for the women. The women wear flat, high-heeled shoes. Yeah, here's a store. Look at the leatherware. Right? Look at the shoes, the styles, the chick. This is where Swarovski is, across the street, where you want to buy your crystal. Yamame, Tata Italiano. These are the things. And look at the bikes. There's hundreds of these mopeds around, all over the place. Hundreds. Just lining up the streets. During the night, you don't see them much. But during the day, they're running around like crazy. They're all over the place. You know, here it is 11:30 at night, and look at the traffic. Look at the nightlife. Trying to get cigarettes from a machine. Save money. Interesting concept. Put right into a wall. Here's the street. See how close it looks? Well, that's how close it is. Car coming down it now. Down here you have into like a little way of getting down into another area. Across the street you have a big church. One of many. 340 actually. And so, you know, here's the stores. What's going on? What's happening in the theater? The Maximo Theater. Rated the third best in the world. And so you have all of these things, so to speak. We passed the post office. We have women that are strutting. We still have buses running, and for nighttime. All kinds of stores, all kinds of shapes, all kinds of struts, because this is a city of young people. And so young people are moving all over the place. It's about style. It's all about style. Hey, do you girls think everything is about style in Palermo? Oh. Well, you can't win them all. You gotta try though. And so at the end of the street you have gates. Stop you from walking. Excuse me? Oh, I skipped the light. I shouldn't have done that. But I guess I did because I didn't have the right. So maybe you can get a ticket for that. I don't really know. I actually want to go the other way. So now I got a green light. I'm going to cross the street and go back the other way. I got the green. Nobody follows the rule. That's a little bit of a music thing right there. Here's more shoes. So I'm just showing you that there's a lot of things alive. There's cars everywhere. There's all kinds of different things going on, different foods, stuff that's local here, stuff that, you know. People just see it and they look at it and they just, you know, it's a lifestyle. It's alive. Look at a crowd coming towards us. I mean, you could actually believe that, you know, that's indicative of what's going on. And all of the younger women, I don't know if they work, go to school, I don't know if they're visiting, but you could see that they're dressed to the nines. They're all dressed, and there's a lot of culture with younger women. Hey, yeah, see? It's supposed to stop. Yeah. Over there. Not over there. You know, what's the matter? To these today. I'm telling you. That's where you gotta watch out. You know, because there is all kinds of stuff. Look at the crowd down in this area down here, lower area where people are drinking and having a good time. There's music. You know, it's alive. It's an alive place. It's an alive city. I don't know how it functions. They say that none of the younger people work. I don't know if it's true, not true, but something makes it happen. And you know, there's enough culture here, and there's enough economy from people walking around that it has made this city sustainable. I mean, the outside of the buildings look like they're falling apart, but the inside look beautiful. So, you know, what are you going to do with that? You know, the outside is something that people should be responsible for. They're not city buildings, and yet there's a lot of culture, and there is city buildings, like the post office, which is coming up. It's huge. It was built who knows how many years ago, okay? And the building's next to it. I think that was one of the places I visited was City Hall, but I don't know for sure if it's this one. But it's incredible how all of this history is here. And, you know, the archaeological finds that go along with it are amazing. I'm not even sure what that building is up there, but we'll try and get a view of it. You see the structures, you see the balconies, the cement. Well, you know that a lot of that stuff was the same in New York when they had the craftsmen. Now you have street craftsmen. That's what's happening. And so we're coming up to a hotel or something, the Krisky Hotel maybe, or the Krisky Building, something that's been around for a long time. Here's linens, jackets, hats, all things that are made from cloth, you know. And so, you know, here we are, right in the heart of where the Machismo Theater is, you know, the Theater Maximo, one of the third best in the world. And so we're coming into part of the city that's another church that's been around for a long, long time. You could see it. Look at the structure of it.